Well, welcome back to Orchestra BioMed's, a channel accelerating the delivery of medical innovations to patients through risk reward, sharing partnerships, and joining to talk about the business model, how the company makes money, and some significant news with the FDA in the second quarter here. David Hochman, the CEO and founder, joining us again. Welcome back, sir.
Thanks, Kyle. Good to be back with you.
Always a pleasure to get you back on. So, first and foremost, for newer audiences, maybe talk a bit more about the business model and partnerships and exactly how you guys are looking to bring in revenue.
Sure. Orchestra BioMed was founded to pursue a partnership-enabled business model. Frankly, what we were inspired by is what's commonly done in the development of drugs and new therapies on the pharmaceutical side, but take that approach and bring it to the medical device arena really for the first time. Partnerships are fundamental to how new drugs get developed. I think the partnership we all are aware of is Pfizer's partnership with BioNTech that brought the first COVID vaccine, but partnerships between large pharmaceutical and biotech companies that have global distribution and smaller drug development companies happen all the time. We're focused on the development of high-impact medical device therapies, really focused on cardiovascular disease, hypertension, and artery disease, two of the biggest problems in the world. And what we felt is there was a real opportunity to take strategic partnering and bring that to our arena. So what we do is focus on technology and product development, and our strategic partners are there to help us, but more importantly, to carry the ball from clinical trial data through the regulatory approval, and then more importantly, through the global commercialization of these products so that they can bring them to physicians and patients all over the world. Our target therapies, our indications affect patients all over the globe. And so having partners is critical. So we're excited about the model. We importantly have two great partners. So our lead program, AVIM therapy, which focuses on treating high blood pressure or hypertension. Our partner is Medtronic. Medtronic is a household name. Our technology leverages a device that they developed 6 decades ago and that they're the global market leader in serving today, a pacemaker. We transform that therapy into a potent, immediate treatment for high blood pressure and high-risk patients. And Medtronic, we think, is the best partner to help us both get through development, but more importantly, to make that therapy widely available once the data is there, once approval. We're in a pivotal trial working with Medtronic and expect 2026 to be a big year in terms of finishing the enrollment and getting the data from that trial. We have another great partner for our second program. Terumo is the largest global medical device company that's headquartered out of Japan, so the largest Japanese medical device company. And their key business focuses on interventional treatments for artery disease. Our therapy, Virtue SAB, we think has the potential to be a best-in-class drug-eluting balloon to treat coronary and peripheral artery disease. So it's really about leveraging big companies that are already in place, but using our capabilities to bring high-impact technology, working together. Most importantly, we'll make money through royalty-based interests in our partners' future success. So we think it's a capital-efficient model where we focus on development, but ultimately don't have to build a very expensive manufacturing, commercial distribution, sales, and marketing organization. Medtronic, Terumo, and companies of that type already have that in place and are already in the hospitals where we need to serve patients and physicians.
No, it's incredible. And maybe just in more recent news as well, you had two significant FDA events within the second quarter here. Maybe tell us what that means for the company.
Yeah, it was exciting, actually. We announced them back to back in late April. So for the AVIM therapy program, this is the hypertension treatment that we're partnering with Medtronic. We announced FDA breakthrough device designation for our therapy. And the breakthrough device designation is important. It essentially has the FDA recognize that a therapy is offering potential therapeutic benefit for conditions that really have significant unmet need. And there's a number of criteria that have to be met. It's a rigorous process. It elevates your regulatory status, gives you better access to the FDA, and really recognizes that you're developing a treatment for patients that don't have great treatments available. AVIM therapy targets hypertension, but really in older, higher risk patients. And that's really what the breakthrough designation covers. Patients that have uncontrolled hypertension despite existing therapy, but have elevated cardiovascular risk. And we estimate that population to be just under 8 million patients in the United States. And these are patients that are older, and included in there are patients that already have what's called heart failure with preserved ejection fraction. So it's a large pool of patients that FDA recognized. Breakthrough designation also creates accelerated paths to additional reimbursement. Our therapy really fits within an existing device, a pacemaker, as I mentioned. That's well established in reimbursement, and we at Medtronic have aligned on how we're going to commercially benefit together. Once again, our interest is a royalty, but the breakthrough offers upside to that, both a broader patient population and potential higher reimbursement. The week after that, we announced another important regulatory milestone, FDA approval of our IDE, or investigational device exemption, for our second program, the Virtue SAB program, to conduct our pivotal trial. So now we have a green light from FDA to move Virtue into a pivotal trial, which will run in the United States. We're hoping to start that as early as possible in the second half of this year. And that trial would be the first that would be designed to get us approval for Virtue in the treatment of a key coronary artery disease indication, which is patients that have already been treated with a device called a stent that now need to be retreated. And our drug-eluting balloon has shown very promising data in treatment of what's called coronary in-stent restenosis. And now we have the green light from FDA to move ahead into the pivotal trial.
Well, on that note, as always, I appreciate the insight and we'll pass it off to the viewers. We'd love to know what you think in that comment section, and consider subscribing as News Catalyst. Like this Come Down the Wire, of course, we'll bring it to you here. But on that, as always, we look forward to catching you in the next one.
Thanks so much.